Man, Senior Bowl, lots of chatter. So let's get on to what's the matter. I'm so sorry. What is up, fans? It's either going to be a very late video. I haven't decided of me recording this at 10:40 at night. I haven't decided if I'm just going to release it so you guys can get the news about Chris Grier, or it's going to be an early, a premiere on the next day. I don't know yet, but I think I might just release this as a late video, like a 11:30 video. You guys can watch it whenever, no premiere, and I'll do trivia. I'll do a trivia for whenever you watch this, because this trivia is for tomorrow, the Thursday, the 23rd. Again, I'm recording this Wednesday night. So, essentially, if you can tell by the title, Chris Grier met with the media today, me recording this Wednesday, and he talked about a bunch of things that I want to address. Then I'm going to get to a comment of the day because it made me laugh so hard. So we'll get to the comment of the day. But before we get into that stuff, trivia. Let's do a trivia. Today, Wednesday, again, I think I'm just going to upload this video late. You get a late video. Watch it whenever you want. Sit down, have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, maybe have a scone, or maybe a granola, something, and you go watch the video whenever you want. Have a snack. What you doing? What am I doing? But let's get into the trivia real quick. Again, like usual, I'm going to give you the trivia. Then I'll give you the answer right before comment of the day. So, it's my way of tricking you into watching the whole video. Am I a bad person for that? Maybe. Every question. Who is the Dolphins' all-time leading receiver in postseason play? All-time leading receiver in postseason play. Not all-time leading receiver in postseason play. Let's get into some of the news. So, again, Greir met with the media, asked them a bunch of questions. We're going to touch upon it. He talked about Tua a bunch of times because we are linked with Tua. Everyone thinks we're going to take Tua. Everyone thinks we did what we did this offseason specifically for Tua. Let's jump into it. So this is what he had to say to Tua. We're going to evaluate him like every other player. They didn't put him up on a pedestal like something else. Young kids watch this. I can't say it. He also says when people are talking about us taking him, it was in like brackets, we said we weren't tanking. Now, there's going to be the people out there that think they were tanking and going to say, well, that's what she's going to say. That's what she's going to say to me, just so he doesn't look like a douche canoe. We said we weren't tanking. We were trying to win and build. And so to say one player was attached to us, you can't control what the fans and the media, people in the media say. And I've said this time and time again. Not once have I ever heard the Miami Dolphins organization say they were tanking, and not once have I ever heard the Miami Dolphins organization, whether it be Ross, whether it be Flores, whether it be Greir, that's Chris Grier's brother, say they wanted Tua. Not once have I ever heard one of the three men say that, and he just solidified it. And so to say, one player was attached to us, you can't control what fans in the media say. So there's no pressure for us. The pressure for us is find the right guy to be the quarterback for the Dolphins. Whether it's him or someone else, that's the pressure. Finding the right guy to lead the organization. One more. There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Chris Grier. They aren't tanking. I said it from jump, they weren't tanking. It's apparent they weren't tanking, and I said it from jump because they signed Fitzpatrick, who's going to win you 5 games. If they were tanking, they would have brought in a crappy head coach, and they would have not brought a quarterback in and rode with Ruddick. And Josh Rosen and Ruddick, we would have lost all the games. So he's essentially saying that what the pressure is to now take the capital that they have in picks and money, find the right players, find that leader when it comes to the quarterback. I'm going to talk about that in like 2 seconds. With the quarterback, and make this team into a winning organization. That's what it was. Never said they were tanking. Never said they wanted Tua. Never said they wanted Joe Burrow. I'll talk about that too. He said he fully expects Fitz to be back, but all of us badly want to identify, in the same breath, he essentially said, fully expect Fitz to be back, but We all of us badly want to identify and acquire an elite quarterback to eventually replace him. An elite quarterback. There's a difference between a good quarterback and an elite quarterback. I've talked about it time and time again. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I feel like I've already have, but there's a difference, and they want that elite quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, elite, Russell Wilson, maybe Patrick Mahomes. He's still young, but hey, well, you know, elite quarterback. Now, talks about on getting a quarterback, what he wants to do to get a quarterback. We'd like to find the right guy to be the quarterback. You see how important it is around the league. So I wouldn't just say it's Steve, it's Brian Flores, myself, the coaching staff, scouts. We think it's important that we find the right guy and the leader to be the quarterback for a long time. Now, I noticed that he threw that in there. So I wouldn't just say, so essentially saying, we'd like to find the right quarterback. You see how important it is around the league. So I wouldn't just say it's Steve, it's Brian, myself, coaching staff. He's like, I wouldn't just say it's us saying it, because it's the smokescreen season. People are saying now that Stephen Ross says he wants Joe Burrow. Just like they said Stephen Ross said he wanted Lamar Jackson, and we didn't take Lamar Jackson. Stephen Ross was pissed, and blah, 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 blah. And then it came out that it wasn't true. It's a lot of smokescreen. But they know in this NFL nowadays, you need to have that elite quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong. If we don't have the elite quarterback, it is very possible to win Super Bowls and win games with a capable, good quarterback that you can put a system around him and he can produce. Not saying that's not possible, but you can tell right now that this team is tired of the mediocrity. God, that word's so hard to say. And they want to get that elite quarterback that can lead the team. We don't have to pay these receivers top dollar because they're going to catch any ball you throw at them. Because we have a quarterback that's going to put the ball where it needs to be. See what I'm saying? We don't need to pay these top-notch offensive linemen because the quarterback can point out the blitzes, knows pocket presence, knows how to move and slide around to help his offensive line. Elite quarterback play. That's what I'm talking about. There's a difference between a good quarterback and an elite quarterback. And then he goes back on Tua. He talks about Tua a few more times. Now, it got brought up the whole medical. Everyone wants to know about Tua's medical. Everyone wants to know about, do you know about Tua's medical? Do you understand Tua's medical? And he said, I'd say we're still so early in the process. We haven't met him. We haven't sat down with him, talked with him. Our doctors haven't even seen him. We know as much as you do right now, which is Lake Titicaca. We know nothing. We see the media reports and things of that nature. At the end of the day, we've got to get to know the guy, get in front of him, just like any player. We're very, very early in the stage in the fact that we haven't even met the guy yet. He is handcuffed to the Miami Dolphins organization. Everyone is saying Tua's going at 5. Tua. Just because they went to the Alabama game, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, they were at the Alabama game. Look, they're going to want Tua. Just handcuffed him to us. They haven't even met him. Their medical staff hasn't even talked to him. Their medical staff hasn't even done a physical on him yet. No one has met the man. It's a lot of media, a lot of people making articles, putting it out there on your websites and your beats and all that stuff, and then fans pick it up. They said that the Dolphins are in talks of trading up to get the number 1 pick because they want Joe Burrow. Share. Blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden everyone thinks it's gospel. No. I'm here to tell you, no. I don't believe it. I don't believe it till it happens. And I know for a fact you wouldn't be trading away these players you have, and you wouldn't be making the moves you have to get these picks to waste them on one player. I don't see it happening. Really, I don't see it happening. And then he talks about Tua because, again, the notion there was the whole gossip and the whole BS out there because other teams also put it out. I'm not just saying it's just beat writers. I'm not just saying it's people who want clicks. But also other teams put it out there because then it makes their draft pick more important for people to trade for. if all of a sudden the rumors out there that the Dolphins want Tua and they're afraid that Tua is going to go to the Lions, then the Dolphins are going to want to trade with the Redskins, and that Redskins pick is sexy. Very, very sexy. So a lot of teams will make up stuff. So all of a sudden their draft picks, or a lot of agents will make up stuff because then their client looks really, really good and gets overpaid, or the draft picks are too much for what it's cost. So it was talk about that. It was talk about trading up and all that stuff. And then on Tua, it's got a little bit more into it. I got ahead of myself. I took notes. They're on my computer now. I got ahead of myself. But he talks about Tua one more time. He says he's a winner. The fact that he won the Elite 11 and he goes to Alabama, has the storybook coming off the bench in the national championship game. Everyone always talks about his accuracy, etc. Talk about the person as well. The intangibles that we talk about looking forward to getting to meet him. So again, yes, he has the injury problem, and that's going to be a big thing because not only is he ahead of schedule when it comes to his injury, ahead of schedule when it comes to his rehab, but it's also, you got to think about the durability. And he's not going to play a full, 15-year season as a quarterback. He might play 8 if he's lucky. You know what I'm saying? So there's that process. But then there's also Tua, the guy. He's a good guy. He's super football knowledge. He has the accuracy. He has all the talent and all that stuff. So that's where you weighed in. Now, to get to what I was talking about the trade, about potentially trading up for him, Greir said with the 3 first-rounders, they have more than enough ammo to move up if they wanted to. But he also said there's a lot of misinformation being circulated by teams in an effort to improve their leverage. That's what I just talked about before I threw that little other Tua quote in there. A lot of teams are talking about smoke screens, making articles, releasing things, saying things, because they want their pick to be the sexy pick. They want their pick to all of a sudden get them an extra pick because people are scared that someone's going to jump in front of them and take the player they want. I guarantee you that the Lions, I said this on a video, the Lions are saying they want Tua. The Lions are saying, oh, we want Tua. We like Tua. Sorry, my fingers are cold. We want Tua. Tua is very interesting to us. We want Tua so that people will trade up with the Redskins, give them a buttload of picks because Chase Young will then fall to the Lions at 3. I'm telling you, these players are a little tricky, little trickies. And then the last thing that Chris Grier talks about is the Rosen trade. A lot of people want to talk about the Rosen trade. Asked if the Rosen trade was a failure. What's your mindset on the Josh Rosen trade? And he said we're always trying to upgrade that position. He's talked about getting a quarterback, elite quarterback. He's talked about having a leader. So he ain't wrong there. It's a young player that has some talent for us to evaluate, knowing we're going to have picks and a lot of picks in the future and money available, that it made sense for us to do that trade. So essentially, they knew that they were going to have the picks for the future, and they knew that they were going to have a lot of money for the future. To why not use a second on Josh Rosen, see what we got in the guy, see what he can possibly do, because he's not going to cost anything for the next 2 or 3 years. And we made it. Josh has made huge strides. Brian has talked about it. He has. It's been fun watching him grow throughout the years. I know no one gets to see it, but he did a tremendous job growing. I think Brian Flores did talk about that he watches him in practice. He knows what he can see. He doesn't have to be on the field. He doesn't have to be playing games. He sees what he sees on the practice field. So just like, say, if we do draft Tua and he sits on the bench, he's being fully evaluated every day at practice. And people always forget, like I've said before, you've got 4 different offensive coordinators and schemes, and that's hard for a young kid with no stability. So we're proud of him. Now, the way they're talking about Rosen, it doesn't seem like they gave up on Rosen, nor does it seem like Rosen's going anywhere. If a team offers a second for Rosen, I think Rosen will be moved. But from what I'm hearing, they might stick with the 3 quarterbacks. Or they might not even take a quarterback in the first round. They might ride with Fitz, which he already said he fully expects him to come back. And he's talking up Rosen. So, honestly, what I got from this is it's a lot of Chris Grier saying, we never said this stuff, and you need to stop believing everything you read on the internet. He's also saying, we like Tua, but we've never met the kid. talking about fits, talking about a bunch of stuff, talking about their procedure, talking about how they want that leadership in the quarterback position. I like what I heard. I like what Greer's saying. So far, like I said, I'm a wait and see type guy when it comes to Chris Grier. He made some picks that I liked, but he also made some picks that were suspect, and I didn't know what it was like in the room. So last year was his first year on his own. Let's see what he could do with the second year with more draft picks, more caps. So be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. What do you think about what Chris Grier had to say? What do you think about what he had to say about the tanking? What he had to say about all that stuff, the tanking, that people saying that he wants Tua, all that stuff. So be sure to comment below. And before I get to comment of the day, let me answer the trivia question for you guys. So again, it's who is the Dolphins' all-time leading receiver in postseason play? And that person is running back Tony Nathan, 1979 to 1987. It's comment of the day. This comment comes from Thomas Hill. Now, this was my video that I put out earlier today. Again, I'm pretty much going to edit this video and upload it real quick so you guys get a late video from me. Again, now it is 10:57. And this video came out earlier today where I did a reaction to the Dolphins' top 10 offensive defensive plays, and his comment cracked me up. Now, I'm going to read the comment, and then I'm going to give you guys some context. So what he said, this is what Thomas said. Dougie, I'm sitting here laughing my GDA off. 6 minutes and 13 seconds, you look like Adam Gase for about 2 or 3 seconds. You got to stop that. I can't take it. If you want to know what he's talking about, this is what he's talking about. Probably going to be in there. The head motions and the eye motions, hilarious. I was cracking up laughing. Thomas, good on you for pointing that out. Absolutely hilarious. Thank you for the comment. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm tweeting out a bunch of things. I broke 1,300. I'm almost at 1,400 Twitter followers, and that's because of you guys. A lot of my news that I break comes first on Twitter. So if you want first, oh, he's going live, or oh, this, or oh, that, I do it on Twitter first, and then I come on here and I make this stuff. So if you want, go check out my Twitter and my Instagram. Be sure to follow me there. Also check out the Bit Boys. If you want to merch, go to the site. We have t-shirts on the Bit Boys on the site, on the YouTube channel as well. And while you're there, check out a video. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up. It was very promising. I like what Chris Grier had to say. I like how he didn't BS you. I like that he didn't fluff it up saying oh, we'll see. He just gave it straight to you. I like it. Very excited for the future of this team. So give the video a thumbs up for that. Also because you like the content. Like I said, I got a huge surprise for you guys coming this weekend. So look out for that. Give a video a thumbs up for that. Also check out DolphinsTalk.com. Great site, great beat writers, great podcasts, YouTubers. Go check that out. Other than that, hit that subscribe button. If you don't hit the subscribe button, you won't know about the huge surprise coming this way. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I love you all very, very much. We're very close to 10,000 subs. We're about 1,400 something away from 10,000 subs. Let's hit the road to 10,000. Be sure to share these videos. Get it out there. Go on all these Facebook fan pages and all that stuff and share the videos. Let's get to 10,000. But other than that, I'll see you guys this weekend. You guys aren't ready. You guys aren't ready. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.